Hey there, and welcome to a bonus episode of the Rock Sermon Podcast from Christ the Rock Church in Fall River, Massachusetts. In these special episodes, we take time to talk deeper, laugh a little, and keep the conversation going beyond Sunday. You might hear Pastor Rob and the team recap a message, share a short story, or chat about a special event. Honestly, we may just talk about stuff. Whatever the topic, we're glad you're here. Let's jump into today's bonus episode.
Hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. I'm so glad you're here today. We've got something really exciting to share with you. Coming up on Saturday, October 25th from 9 to 4, we're hosting the Art of Marriage right here at Christ the Rock. It's a one-day conference that's going to strengthen marriage, bring hope, and honestly give you some tools to love each other better. And today I'm joined by the happily married couple, my friends and yours, Sergio and Maya, who will be leading the teaching that day. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Pastor Rob. It's great to be here.
Thank you, Pastor Rob. It's an honor.
Well, thank you guys for taking time out of your day, but Pastor Erica's probably eating up the kids right now in the nursery, so that's great. So let's start simply. People hear marriage conference and sometimes think that's just for couples who are struggling, but who is it actually for, guys?
That's such a good question. Honestly, it's for every couple. Newly married couples who want a strong foundation, couples who've been together for 20, 30 years who just need a fresh refresher, blended families, even couples who say things are fine but want to move from fine to flourishing.
Yeah, so we always say, don't wait to change the oil in your car until the engine blows. Healthy marriages take maintenance and intentional investment. And this day is designed just for that.
It's funny you say the oil thing because, if you let the oil run out of your car, you're going to have an expensive bill down the line. Same thing. If you put no effort into your marriage, you don't do routine maintenance, you're going to pay a bill down the line as well.
That's a really great analogy.
Definitely.
All right. So now let's talk about the content. What are some of the topics we'll be covering during the Art of Marriage?
So we'll be talking about God's design for marriage, what it really means to love sacrificially, how to communicate when you don't see eye to eye, and how to resolve conflict in healthy biblical ways.
We'll also hit on forgiveness, which is huge. Every couple carries wounds, sometimes small ones, sometimes big ones, and learning how to extend grace like Jesus did is key.
Well, it's almost like something we preached about today. So that's powerful. So people won't just walk away inspired. They'll have real practical tools that they can put into practice that day.
Exactly. And that's what we want couples to take out of it. Something that they can apply to their marriage from day one and just keep moving forward, into that flourishment of their marriage.
Awesome. And as a Patriot fan living with a Cowboys fan, I can tell you communication is very important.
I bet.
Working through those things. So you both have counseled people. You both have talked with people. You guys have gone to some of these retreats. We did what was the one day thing? What was the weekend thing we did?
Weekend to Remember.
Weekend to Remember, which I think we're giving away at some point this coming year.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, well, only the people that listen to the podcast can enter into that one. But you've done a lot of different things. What are the common struggles that you see in marriages today that this one-day conference can really speak into?
So at this conference, we see a lot of couples who feel disconnected. Life gets busy, kids, jobs, responsibilities, and suddenly they're like roommates instead of partners.
Another big one is communication, as you mentioned, Pastor Rob. So many arguments aren't really about what they seem to be about, but about how we're communicating or not communicating.
And then there's this quiet drift. No big fights, no big crisis, just slowly losing closeness. That's why days like this, it's a chance to stop, refocus, recharge, and rekindle that connection.
Amen.
And I think that's very important. That's awesome. So now let's talk about the day itself. People want to know, what do we get for $50?
So first, everyone gets a workbook that goes along with the teaching. It's not just notes, it's practical exercises you can use very well after the conference. And one thing to note on that, that is a personal workbook. You're going to be writing down your personal information, answering personal questions. You will not be sharing that with anyone. And as a matter of fact, you do not have to share any of your personal relationship issues that you have in your marriage, or if you don't have any, great. But you don't have to be sharing any of your personal things that you guys are going through as a married couple at the conference. It is practical application that we're going to be teaching. If anything is going to be shared, it'll be scenarios for Sergio and I, if we want to, provide illustrations. But you are not going to be obligated to share anything from your own personal experience, nor will you be asked any of those questions. Think of the workbook as a personal journal that you wouldn't share with anybody.
That's good.
Exactly. And I think that's what we're trying to emphasize is that those workbooks are going to be yours to share with your partner, your loved one. Again, you don't have to share that information with anybody. Think of that personal journal that you can write each and every day. And even when God speaks to you, you write stuff in that workbook.
Right.
No, and I think that's good. If it's anything like the workbook I got when we went to the Weekend to Remember, it's definitely chock full of information, makes you really think, and it makes you put effort into your marriage. So I think that's important.
Right.
What about any breakfast or lunch, Serge?
So, we're going to be providing breakfast and lunch
Wow.
because we all know couples learn better when they're not hungry.
Amen to that.
And there will also be door prizes and giveaways too. So not only will you leave with tools for your marriage and a full belly, but you also might win something fun along the way.
Awesome. So, hypothetically, if I come to this with Pastor Erica, am I going to have to air out my dirty laundry and let everybody know about the fights we're having and what kept us up and why we both have red eyes this morning?
Absolutely not. Like I said, this isn't a couples therapy. This isn't, as you had mentioned before, AA for couples. This is a time for you and your spouse to come together, learn a couple's tools that you can help in your marriage to move your marriage forward. And you will not have to share your workbook or any personal information with anybody else.
I love it. This is going to be awesome. Well, before we wrap up this quick bonus episode, let me ask you both, why should someone stop what they're doing right now and register for this event?
That's a very good question, Pastor Rob. And the answer that I say always is that your marriage is worth it. We invest in our jobs, hobbies, homes. We even invest in things that we don't know about, like stocks and mutual funds. And we just go with what people tell us. But I'm telling you, when you invest in your marriage, it shapes your future and it also strengthens your marriage and your household, especially if you have kids. And it just makes things a lot smoother. So, again, I just encourage to come out, invest in your marriage.
And to add on to that, God cares deeply about your marriage. He designed it to reflect his love. So whatever your marriage feels like right now, strong or shaky, this day could turn it around.
All right, let me ask you one more question before I see if you have any more comments. What about maybe my husband or my wife has to work that day, but I'd love the information. Is there any way, as like somebody who's maybe the spouse won't come, but they want to come and invest in their marriage, or their spouse has to work, but they still want to invest? Is there an opportunity for that?
Definitely. We're not excluding anybody out. I understand that, life gets busy, work gets in the way, and there's other commitments. But again, if you want to come and your spouse or your significant other cannot attend for whatever reason, we still encourage you to come out, be part of this one-day marriage workshop. Again, there's going to be workout sessions. There's going to be questions being answered in the book. And we just want you to be part of this ministry, gather as much information that you can in this one-day event. And again, don't feel like you're being held back because, your significant other or your spouse cannot attend. We encourage you to come out. If there's any other questions, you can talk to myself or Maya. But yeah.
Awesome. So, friends, don't wait. The Art of Marriage is happening right here at Christ the Rock Church on Saturday, October 25th from 9 to 4. The cost is only $50, which covers your workbook, breakfast, lunch, time with Sergio and Maya. I mean, how much better could that day get? It's a full day of teaching, conversation, and encouragement. Spots are limited, so head over to our registration page, sign up today. We'll drop the link in the show notes. Sergio and Maya, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Pastor Rob. We can't wait to see everyone there.
Thank you, Pastor Rob.
And thank you to everyone listening. Go register right now. No, seriously, right now. Register. The first one to register after this podcast will get a handshake from Pastor Rob. Listen, go register now, and we'll see you on October 25th at the Art of Marriage.
Thanks for tuning in to this bonus episode of the Rock Sermon Podcast. We hope it encouraged you, made you smile, or helped you think a little differently. Don't forget to follow us on all major platforms and subscribe so you'll get a notification when new and bonus episodes drop. If you need prayer, email prayer@christtherockaG.org. We would love to stand with you. And if you're local, come hang out with us at Christ the Rock Church, Sundays at 9 and 11, or Thursday nights from 7 to 8 for Bible study, Kids Rock, and Ignite Youth. Come early for some coffee and snacks. See you next time on the Rock Sermon Podcast, and remember, these pastors love you.